Hello, friends. I'm just finishing getting set up here, but welcome to another Solo Jazz Saturday. Today we're going to be dancing to a brand new release by one of our favorite Northwest artists, Jonathan Doyle, for our warm-up song, and a classic Fats Waller tune for our choreography. Just one second while I move my windows around here so I can see what y'all are saying. Awesome. Here is a little bit of what we'll be dancing to. Hey, welcome back, Katie. Good to see you in the class. All right. I think I am finally set up on the tech end here. So let's clear ourselves some space, do a little warming up. Make sure you're not going to run over any roommates or pets or solid objects that might damage you or anything. This is the song Ball on the Jack, which is a classic tune. My favorite version of it is the one by Kid Ory, which I definitely recommend checking out. But this is a really cool one that was recorded recently by Jonathan Doyle and a new group of his called the Giant Three. The album went up this week, so you probably don't have it yet, and you should totally go grab it. Link, as always, is down there in the doodly-doo. And that Bandcamp link gives 85% of the money to the artists, which is way better than they get on other services. One thing that happened yesterday, and again, you have to wait till next month for it to happen again because it's once a month, is the first Friday of the month, Bandcamp gives 100% of proceeds on that day to the artists. They get a 15% tip, basically, from Bandcamp. So if you want to save up your purchases for that first Friday, that's totally cool. But even if you bought it today, you get a really good rate on that. And we like to support those musicians because we like to dance. So this is Ball on the Jack by the Giant Three. And those of you who have danced at our venues at T-Town or East Side or whatever are familiar with Jonathan Doyle off that group for sure. Let's do the thing. Cool. Hopefully we'll be a little warm after that. If not, keep your body moving while I chat here for a second. Again, in case you just jumped in, that was Ball on the Jack by the Giant 3. That saxophone player is one of my personal favorites of modern times, named Jonathan Doyle. He lives here in the Pacific Northwest. And you can get his Bandcamp link where you can get the album right down there in the video details. My monitor is reversed, so it's hard for me to point in the right directions. So we're going to be dancing to a bit of Fats Waller today, though. I realized when I was picking through music to do this week that we haven't done any Fats, and that's just absurd because he's one of those standards of the past that made a bunch of the music you dance to, whether you dance to his version or not. He was one of the most prolific songwriters of that era, and most of the songs that we dance to have at least been inspired by him. He worked really closely with a lot of the musicians that we've danced to in other bands, and also he just wrote a ton of music. If you have heard a song about food, there's like a 50-50 chance Fats wrote it too. I know that those of you that dance at Tacoma have heard Savannah DJ once or twice. She likes to do full sets of food songs, which means a lot of Fats. But we're going to be doing one by him, not about food. This is Spreadin' Rhythm Around by Fats Waller. I'm bringing it down a bit in tempo right now. I would love to see you all bump it up in your practice, and we might even get to that by the end of the class today. But we have some fancy footwork going on, so I want to make it digestible. But here's Spreadin' Rhythm Around at minus 12% speed. Oops. Dancing to, but let's listen to Fats sing for a second.
Putting tempo in old Manhattan. Everybody is out hi-hatting, spreading rhythm around.
So whenever he's singing, and a lot of these tunes, he's got this sort of wink going on in his voice. He's kind of smirking at you like, you know, like everything's good. He's a great comedian as well as a musician. So we're going to do this this whole thing, but when we're doing it, try to remember that you're dancing to a Fats song. So it's not just execute the moves with fast feet. It's going to be like, yeah, dance it, get in that groove a little bit. And I'm going to listen to another like 5 seconds of it here. I want us to listen real quick for that left hand on the piano, giving a really strong swing rhythm the whole time. And that bounce, I always talk about it, but it's one of the things that's going to save you on this one because the footwork is fast. So if you have a lot of friction with the floor, it's going to be more difficult. But if you got that bounce going on, it actually just kind of floats really easily. So you'll see me forget once or twice to do the bounce, and I'll be going, whoo, at the end of a run through. And then I'll have it sometimes, and you'll see me be like, that's cool. Let's just do it again. So let's start off with some dancing. I'm going to give us a rhythm. We're going to go step, triple step, which for those of you Lindy Hoppers out there is a bit weird because you're used to doing 2 steps before your triple step. We're going to start with the right foot. We go step, triple step. So it goes step with the right foot, triple step. I'm kind of hooking behind with my left a little bit, not too far. And finishing up that triple step in place here. And I solidly bounce on my left foot when I'm done here. So we go 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next thing is going to be a kickball change right away. So it goes step, triple step, kickball change. So try that a couple times on your own. Look for where your balance needs to be. Everyone's going to have a little bit of different shape that they need to move themselves in. But think about keeping your sternum above the standing foot the whole time. And try and think about how much your body needs to move through space and how much you can get away with letting your feet do the work for you. And then we're going to step with our right foot across, turning 180 degrees. And then we're going to turn the other 180 degrees, and not quite step, we're just going to touch that toe to the floor. So far we have step, triple step, kick, ball, change, step, touch. We're going to touch one more time, just like a boogie drop. But we're not going to do the boogie drop in quarter notes. We're going to be doing it in the rhythm of the song. So let's go back and ask Fats how we should dance this again. He's going to play it for us on the piano. So it goes, boom, da, 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 ba, So we're following that melody really closely. The first note isn't in the same octave as the second one that we dance to, so I really want to make sure I'm hitting that bass note with my step. Boom, do, dee da, boo, dee da, 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 da. So we got 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to drop down to the left foot and do the whole thing backward. So the drop of our boogie drop is actually the first step of the next time through. So far we have step, triple step, kick, ball, change, turn, boogie, drop, triple step. So that drop is the same as the first step when we link those together. Let's go through that a couple times, really, really slowly, just to make sure we're on the same page. I'm going to start with that step with my right foot. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, step, triple step, kick, ball, change, turn, boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball, change, step, boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball, change, turn, boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball, change, turn, boogie, drop. Couple of tips for you, because that's a lot of different kinds of movement going on. First tip I already gave you, use your pulse. And the time where that is super important, but it's not necessarily something that we do naturally, is step, triple step. We're all good. That's like Lindy Hop, right? Kick, ball, change. I got to make sure I'm going down during that kick. If my kick, ball, change goes up, ball, change, it's really hard for me to have the grounding to get that rotation in afterward. So remember we have that step, first step, triple step, kick, ball, change, turn, boogie. So that kick, ball, change. I need to be down on the kick. Let's try that again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Cool. Bonus points. If that's what you're working on right now and your rhythms are just like, whoa, that's a lot, let's keep working on that, great. If you want to upgrade a little bit, I want to work on how I do that turn and my boogie drops. There's some sass in there. So I'm not just going step, triple step, kick, ball change, step, boogie, step. There's nothing there. I want to put a little suspense on that boogie drop. So as I come around the turn, I'm not quite going to rotate all the way yet. So I go step, triple step, kick, ball change, step. And I'm looking over my shoulder at my audience. Boogie. But I'm holding my chest back a little bit until the drop, when I can give my full body the weight to that rhythm. So down, and that helps pull me into my triple step because I have that whoosh release at the end of the boogie drop. So it's boogie drop. And so there's a little bit of suspense in there. Hold that tension in your core. Let's try this about 4 million more times. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and step. Triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie drop. Triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie drop. Triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie. And then it gets weird, of course, because Fats is another one of those artists like Slim and Slam, where if you're like, I really want a song to practice my AABA 3 and a break structure to, you can pick almost any Fats Waller song. Well, not almost any, but the vast majority of them, and it will be that format. So we're doing that shim sham structure again, where we have 3 of a thing, and then a break. And then 3 of a thing, and then a break. And then a weird B section, and then 3 of a thing, and then a break. So our break for this one, we're going to use a rhythm that we've been using on Wednesday night. We're going to go 1 and 3, 4, 6, 7. Really, really common jazz rhythm. I originally learned it from Mama Lou Parks' stew routine. But we're just going to continue with that step from our boogie drop. So we went boogie with our left. We're going to go drop, rock, step, step, rock, step, step. So I'm going on the diagonals here. My first drop's already there. My rock step, I'm going to gather behind myself and aim myself toward the right corner, drop forward, and then do the same thing again, go to the left. So it goes 1 and 3, 4, and 6, 7. So let's just try that. You're ready to move your left foot. And we go 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 3, 4, and 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 3, 4, and 6, 7. Challenge for you if you're like working on upgrading yourself a bit. Those quiet beats in there, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Make sure your pulse is still going down on those. So I don't want to go freeze, freeze, freeze. I can have that energy in my upper body with the freeze, but I want to keep my powerhouse down here with a little bit of that rhythm in it. I don't want to let that rhythm die. So I'm going boom, ah, ba-do, do, ah, ba-do, do, ah. And that ah is really important. Even though we're not doing something with our feet, we got to keep that rhythm. So we have 3 times through of step, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, drop, kick, ball change, step, boogie, ha, ba-doom, ba, ba-doom, ba, on the last one. Let's see if it works. Second with the right foot. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, step, ball change, step, ball change, step. One more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, lunge, ball change, step, ball change, step. Cool. If you got questions, now is a great time to write them up in the comments. If you don't have questions, now's a great time to get some water, take a sip, let your brain process. If you need to run through a specific part of that, iron out some kinks, be working on that right now while I wait to see if anyone has questions they want to type up there. And then we're going to try this with music. Like I said, I've got it slowed a fair bit right now. We're at 12% slower than the original tempo. So we're at 160 beats per minute. The actual song is at 182. But I think it's good to get that footwork in cleanly first and the bounce. And then if we're feeling good about it toward the end of class, we can start to inch it up a little bit. But this kind of stuff is great because you can start it here and then you can slowly work your way up. And then you have clean footwork that you can do at speed. So focus on those things like the pulse now while you have the capacity since it's a little bit slower. And we'll add the speed at a later time. Cool. Looks like there are not questions right now. So let's go back to Fats here and see what we can do. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, drop. Triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, drop. Triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, step, ball change, step, ball change, step. Are you still with me? I love when the questions are just comments on the hair. Thank you, Laura. I feel seen. I'll get some aviators for you next time. The footwork's a little quick there, so let's do it again. It's not how the routine's going to go, but I want to repeat that whole block again. The melody kind of repeats, so let's just do the whole thing twice through for the sake of practice. 5, 6, 7, 8, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, drop, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, drop, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, step, pull, change, step, pull, change again, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, drop, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, drop, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, ha, ba-do-da, ba-do-da. Cool. Let's talk about how to practice when things are frantic. Because I know we have people on here right now who have been dancing for as long as I have, and people who are like, I have started to learn to dance during the quarantine times. So if you're like, whoa, this is a lot really fast, your mission is to hit the next step. Your mission isn't to hit all the details in between every time. You'll get a little bit further every time through. So when we do those run-throughs and you're like, whoa, this is drinking from the fire hose, if you get a little bit lost on the step, think about what the start of the next one is and get ready for that foot. Or if that's too soon, jump 2 steps ahead and be like, cool, I'm going to catch the next one on the right. Or I'm going to hit that break. No matter what happened with the first part, I'm going to hit that break. And try and get some successful chunks in there. And then slowly you'll work to the point where every time you get one more step, you get one more step, and it'll get a lot easier. If you're like, cool, this is really easy, I got this, don't forget we haven't talked about your upper body yet. So let's open that up and work on your arms. If you were in the Wednesday night classes, we talked about how to add those. You can choose cross body or same body. But for those of you that are feeling like, okay, this is a lot, give yourself some grace, and we're gonna do it a couple more times through. See if you can hit those chunks in between and skip the ones that aren't working and go to the next one instead of trying to muscle through and getting further and further behind. Also, breathe, please. All right, here we go. Twice through, just because it's good practice. 5, 6, 7, 8, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, step, pull, change, step, do it again, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, pull, change, and boogie, step, pull, change, step, pull, change, step. All right. How's the brains? Are we somewhere between scrambled eggs and fully functional? That's where we want to be, right in that middle spot. What we're going to do next is some moves that we've done recently. I want to kind of bring it back together some and work on some stuff that we've worked on the technique for on Wednesday and also in previous routines in the last month. So we're going to do a shish kaboom ba from Big Apple. So it's kick, kick, triple step. So 2 kicks on the same leg and a triple step. Looks like this. I kick across myself. I kick on this open side. I do a back, back, front triple step. So it goes kick, kick, triple step. And notice that on those kicks, I'm still pulsing downward. So it goes down, 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 and down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kick, kick, triple step. So now we should be facing the right front corner on our right front foot. I guess we only have 2 feet. Our right foot. Now we're going to bring your left foot forward and do a corkscrew, which we've been working on Wednesdays. So that's going to be a dig my heel into the floor. I keep my hips for now. I'm going to keep them pointed toward my foot. So there's a way you can do this across your body. We're doing this where your body does not twist. I'm bringing my whole body across with at one place. So I'm not doing this where I'm facing left with my body and my foot goes to the right. I'm reaching across with my foot and my body's tracking with it. So we have a shish kaboom ba, kick, kick, triple step, cork, screw. 5, 6, 7, and a kick, kick, triple step, cork, screw. 5, 6, 7, and a kick, kick, triple step, cork, screw. All right. I'm going to do it on the other side. We haven't finished the step yet, but I want to make sure we practice both sides. So we're going to start with our left foot kicking across, kick open, triple step, and corkscrew. Wow. So left foot, 5, 6, 7, 8, kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew. 5, 6, 7, 8, kick, triple step, corkscrew. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, kick, triple step, corkscrew. Cool. Going back over to the first side. So we're hitting our right foot now. 5, 6, 7, 8, kick, triple step, corkscrew. Now we have a ball change. So we're going to go corkscrew, ball change. Be that. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. And then since we're here and we're on our right foot, our left foot's free, let's do the same thing backward. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. 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 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. Awesome. So, like I said, this is a 3 and a break kind of song for these A sections. So it's going to look like this. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. So it's still following kind of that groove that Fats has laid down for us. We're spreading that rhythm around right with them. So let's do this. We're just going to dance that section. We're going to forget about the first section temporarily. Don't lose it entirely. And we're going to do just the new thing twice in a row. So we don't have a break yet. It'll just be kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change 3 times. And then we wait 8 counts. And then we do the same thing again. So let's practice it a bit. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. I got a little off on the second time. Let's do that one more time for me. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. 5, 6. Awesome. So these are both sort of rhythmically dense phrases, right? And if you're not used to fast footwork, that can be a little bit daunting. If you are, you're probably doing great. Work on your styling. Think about where you want to twist. Keep that pulse regular. But if you're like, this is a little bit daunting, these are the kind of things that are great for me to practice, especially when I don't have a partner to practice with, because you can just repeat this forever. So grind for experience on this. Take one of the rhythms that you like the best or the one you like the least because you need the most practice. Like this week, when I'm bored, I'm going to march through that rhythm a few times. Just every time I'm like, I wish I could go out with my friends. Do the rhythm a couple times. And by next week, you'll have it down really, really well. Because it repeats, that rhythm can become like a song that you memorize, right? Those songs that get stuck in your head because they do the same thing over and over again. The rhythms work the same way. So sing it along. If you can vocalize it out loud while you dance it, that's even better. But really, grind for experience. It's good for you. Our break on this one is a little more active than the last one. So we're going to do a pivot turn in 2 steps. So I put my right foot in front of me, right on the line for my audience, and I turn around to face the back. I'm going to do a kickball change. But while I do that kickball change, I'm going to bring myself the rest of the way around. So it goes pivot, turn, kick, ball, change. So let's try that all together. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you want to be a little fancy with it, you can get a little lift on that kickball change. What I don't want to do is lift here, where I'm bringing myself higher away from the floor with my head. I want to bring my legs up to my body. So I'll go, so my head might move up like that much, but my legs are coming way up. My knees are coming toward my chest. So I'm doing a little bicycle lift to get myself there. If you want to keep it low, that's totally fine too. It's a pretty fast thing, so you don't have a lot of time. So we're going to go turn, turn, hoop, ba-da. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, kick, ball, change. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, kick, ball, change. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, kick, ball, change. Another thing that might help, I'm aiming that kick about 45 degrees back into my right. So I'm continuing to rotate, turn, turn, and by the time I get the kick actually going, it's on that 45-degree arc. So I'm not kicking straight toward the back, because that would pull me linearly. Turn, turn, kick, ball, change, and I'll never make it around. So let yourself keep rotating before that kick. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, whoop, ba-da. Then we have some shorty Georges. If you don't know shorty Georges yet, feel free to treat this as walking. So I can go turn, turn, kick, ball, change, step, 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 step. Just take 4 walking steps forward. The next level of that would be squeezing your thighs together and sliding your feet like half of the length of your foot every step. So they're just squeaking along. If you have rubber sides on your shoes, they might actually squeak. So I might go shoot, 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 shoot. Everything's really compact. And I can do that while my knees are bent. So I can go shoot, shoot, shoot. And it starts to put a little wobble in there. If you know your shorty Georges, do them as big or as little as you want to. I'm going to recommend on the 4th one, straightening it out a little bit, because we need to be ready to move into the next move. So that would be 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, kick, ball, change, shorty George, step. Let's do that all together. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot, turn, hoop, ba-da, shorty George, step. And those steps are right, left, right, left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, whoop, ba-da, right, left, right, left. Really be balanced, ready to go on that 8, because we do a much simpler footwork next, but it is pretty quick. So I want to make sure that I'm really ready to go coming out of that. So don't be doing too much of a shorty George bendy thing on count 8. You can rock 5, 6, 7. You can be as weird and deep in those as you want to. But on 8, mellow out a little bit. So that whole second phrase goes kick, kick, triple step. The shish kaboom bop part. Kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Pivot, turn, kick, ball change, shorty George, step. Let's do that. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. Kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change, and turn, and kick, ball change, shorty George. There's no room for breath in there. We're going to just keep going right into it. So try not to think of them as separate pieces. It's just the continuation at the end of the sentence that you've been saying with your first 3 times through. Let's do it again. I don't know why I came over to the camera for that. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, really prepped, cores engaged on count 8. Cool. If you have questions, please type them up on the side there. I will get to those as soon as I can. I know that can be a lot of stuff. If the problem is just, I can't remember what's coming next, great. You can do repetition in your practice. You'll totally own that. If the problem is, I'm on the wrong foot when I get to this part, or I'm not sure how that step works, that's a great thing to ask right now, because you're probably not the only one that has the question. So feel free to type those kind of things up. and let me know. Otherwise, let's go back and try and put the two chunks together. So let's remember that first bit. We started with that step, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, step, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, step, triple step, kick, ball change, turn, boogie, drop, ba-do, ah, ba-do, ah. That takes us into our kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. And you're going to be awesome. So let's do the whole thing. I'm not going to put music on quite yet because I want to go a little bit slower for us. We're going to start with that step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie. Drop, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie. Drop, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie. Lunge, ball change, down, ba-da-pa, and sis-ka-boom, triple step, corkscrew, ball change, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change, and turn, and kick, ball change, shorty, George. I just added a little delay to that ball change. I kind of like it. I'm not sure if it's going to stick yet. So feel free to stick with whichever of those rhythms you like. I'm still pondering. I have to hear it with the music. So let's hear it with the music. From the top, with music, like the badasses y'all are. 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie. Step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie. Step, step, kick, ball change, and boogie. Down, kick, triple step, corkscrew. Ball change, kick, triple step, corkscrew. Ball change, kick, triple step, corkscrew. Ball change, turn, and kick, ball change, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I like that delayed ball change. It makes the transition into the break really fast. So if you're not feeling it, stick with the corkscrew, kick, ball change, turn, and ball change. Keep that a little bit shorter space in there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do the rhythm we did. Totally cool. But if you want to push that last ball change in that phrase a little bit, as late as you kind of can, swing it extra hard. I think that fits what Fats is doing pretty well too. So let's get into the next part. I want to make sure we have time to kind of grind that one for experience because it can be a little weird. The music on this part goes like this. So he's hitting those 16th notes. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. We're not going to hit those 16th notes. But we are going to do something that feels like we're picking up the tempo a little bit. So we're going to go back to our corkscrews. But this time we're going to let ourselves go, instead of taking our whole body with us on that corkscrew, we're going to let ourselves go across our body. So try that a couple times. You're keeping your sternum toward your audience. You're turning your hips to bring your right foot across, and then your left foot across. And there's that little rock step afterward. So it's turn, rock, step, turn, rock, step, turn, rock, step, turn, rock, step. A great way to practice this is to put your hands on a chair, so that you know they're in the same place, or something like countertop or whatever. And you can kind of use that to keep your chest lined up in front and make sure that rotation is coming from your lower core. If you try and do it with the whole body and you can make it work, more power to you. But I'm actually relying for speed on the power that comes from that contra body movement where I'm turning my hips a different way from my upper body and it makes a spring wind up. It gives me extra juice for speed. So I recommend that version. And we're going to go triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, because that's the rhythm that resonates most easily with Lindy Hoppers. But we're going to go with our corkscrews. Triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. Totally do these in place if that is where you're at right now. There's no shame in doing these in place. That's totally awesome. Work on the step. If you want a little bit more challenging version, we're going to bring it forward. And then the second time we do this, we'll bring it backward and actually travel on this. If you are going to be traveling your corkscrews, I use going forward. I use putting my foot down in front. as my lengthening step. So if I'm going this way here, I'm not going here. I'm going to come a little bit in front of myself and let my ball changes catch me up. When we're moving backward, I'm going to bring it a little bit tighter here, but that's hard to move because my other leg's in the way. So I'll use the second step, getting longer to travel backward. Boom, ba-da, boom, ba-da. And it's a little exaggerated, it doesn't have to be that much. But our step just goes triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. If you want to, it can go triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. Travel toward your audience. Let's try it out. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. Because that's really dense, we're going to make the next step really not dense. It's going to be the easiest breather step to let you reset. That's going to be just a basic, like, jazz square. We just step your right foot across, we step back, we step to the side, we step in front. So you're just grooving here. Boom, ba. Cross, back, side, front, cross, back, side, front. I love this step because it's infinitely customizable. So you can do toe heel on those steps if you wanted to. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, or triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, or twist, 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 twist. Or you can just do it normal. I recommend, because the steps around it are really crazy on this one, starting out with normal to save your sanity. Or if you had chilaquiles for lunch like somebody did, don't lose them. So we're gonna go triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. 1, 3, 5, and again, triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, and then another break. So let's try those 3 8s all together. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. 1, 3, 5, 7. Triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. And we're going to keep this break a little bit calm too, because again, we're going from dense to not so dense, dense to not so dense every time. So we're going to do a kick and a step, really chill, and then apple jacks. This is another move that we've taught a couple of times. If you don't know it yet, hit me up. I'll send you to the video where we've broken it down in more detail. But it's just walking with sass. So we have our kick step. 1, 3, really chill. Boom, down. And then we're going to fan our toes out, putting our weight on our heel and fanning our toes open, waving our butt side to side. So I step onto my right, I fan that toe out. I step on my left, I fan that toe out. And I just walk backward for 3 steps. So it goes kick, step, apple, jack. 5, 6, 7, and kick, step, apple, jack. 5, 6, 7, and kick, step, apple, jack. 5, 6, 7, and kick, step, apple, jack. And again, that can just be walking. Regardless of whether you're apple jacking or walking, I'm kind of taking a little bit of a bow as I back away from my audience. So I'm going kick, step, a boom, boom, boom. Or I'm going kick, step, a boom, boom, boom. And I'm just shrinking away. And the cool thing is, because you're moving backward and you're folding over, it looks like you're shrinking in perspective to your audience a lot more. So we're using that illusion of getting small to take away the aggression of the last move. So we're continuing our shrink. So the whole thing so far goes the triple step to the corkscrews, and then we have our jazz square, triple step to the corkscrews again, and then kick, step, apple, jack. So corkscrews, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, cross, back, side, front, and triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, kick, back, apple, jack. Again, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, cross, back, side, front, and triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, kick, back, apple, jack. Awesome. Let me check the comments over here, make sure you're all doing all right. If you are not, let out a terrified shriek in the comments and I'll come over and help you out if I can. Cool. I don't know if I'll hear it, but I will see the letters. Cool. Let's try putting this whole thing all together so far. So we have our step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, drop, triple step section that ends with ba, ba-do-ta, ba-do-ta. Next part is our sis-ka-boom, triple step, corkscrew, ball change, sis-ka-boom, triple step. And that one ends with pivot turn, whoop-ba-da, shorty, George, and dee-ga-da-da-da-dee-ga-da-da. And we're right into our corkscrews. So I think probably the hardest transition in this particular chorus is going from shorty Georges to those corkscrews. So when we get there, remember to take your shorty Georges really calm the first couple of times so you're ready for what's coming next. And then once you've got it, you can show off by making crazy shorty Georges and being amazing. So let's try it from the top, nice and slow with counting. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, down, ba-da, kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, kick, kick, triple step, corkscrew, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, 1, 3, 5, 7, triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Take a moment to breathe, let that process, grab a sip of water. We're going to do the exact same thing again, and it'll be glorious. And what I'm really focused on today is getting you through being able to do these steps. We have a lot of repetition in this routine, but it's pretty dense stuff. So what I want you to be able to do is take one section of the routine and go home and be like, cool, today I'm just going to work on the A section. I'm going to do it until the rhythm feels like a song that I know to me. I can really just grind out that rhythm, no problem. And then I'm going to work on the visual of it and the twists in my body, making it feel more dynamic. And then the next day you can go and do the second section and actually work on that. What you probably won't do all the time is be like, cool, put on the song, I got this, until you've gone through and kind of worked on those sections individually, because they're pretty dense. If you know dancing really well, you've been doing this forever, you're like, yeah, I got it, then sure, practice the whole thing, work on your staging, work on where you want to move around the stage to see different parts of your audience, all those things. But for most of the folks, I think on this, working on that footwork is the first step. Cool, let's do it with music from the top. Ooh, that's a button. 5, 6, 7, 8, step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, down, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change, kick, triple step, corkscrew, ball change. 5, 6, 7, 8, triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, 1, 3, 5, 7, triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, kick, back, apple jack. Let's do that one more time. First, give yourself a moment. Think about the parts that got glitchy. Where did you lose track of what was going on? And take a moment to just walk through that section for yourself. Fix those 2 beats that don't connect. Or ask me questions if you don't know. Cool. All right. I'm assuming that you just spent that time super diligently and you're now ready to kick all the butts. So let's do that again. If you feel fancy, you can go ahead and throw that first section at the end again and repeat the first A. It feels a little bit different over the rhythm because Fats changes it up some, but it totally works. And if you're not feeling fancy, then just get to the end of it and go and breathe. Fascinating. Laura's telling me about my sound difficulties, and this has different difficulties than Zoom has on our other classes. So all sorts of fun. But hopefully you can at least hear the music. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, step, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, drop, triple step, kick, ball change, and boogie, drop, triple Cool. So the song, again, we're at 12% slower. It's got that nice groove to it. Fat's rhythm is so consistent that it works at slower speeds. You'll notice if you are working with a less like world-class musician, a lot of times if you slow the song down or you speed the song up, you start to notice that the rhythm isn't so totally steady. Fats is great for that because the dude is as a metronome, just like tunk, tunk, tunk. So it works slow, it works fast. Do speed this up. I've chosen this bit because, and the kind of things we're doing, because of those of you that are taking the other class from me as well. I know you're working on kind of getting all of it into the body at the same time. So use these as exercises. And if you're not in those classes, you're totally welcome to as well. But take this and start slow, and then maybe increase it 3% every run through once you've got it memorized, and see if you can keep the quality of performance that you're doing pretty standard across the different tempos, and see where it breaks. If you need tempo modification software, Virtual DJ, all one word, is freeware for Mac or PC. And the Amazing Slowdowner is an app that you can get that'll do that for you as well. And the reason I like those ones is they have a little button you can click to not bend the pitch. Because if we didn't have that button clicked on here right now, it would sound more like this. It gets all bass, and then when you speed it up. So I recommend having something that controls the pitch for you. But let's try that one more time, and then I think we're going to be mostly out of minutes. But if you have questions, there's still time to put them in the comments over there, and I will get back to those. And then I have a really cool bit of information to give you about new music. So here we go. One more time from the top. Perfection, of course, because that's always what we strive for, or something. Or fun. Maybe fun. 5, 6, 7, 8, step, triple step, kick, take, triple, key, drop, triple step, kick, take, triple, key, step, triple step, kick, take, triple, key, pop, butter, pop, butter, pop, kick, triple step, work through, take, kick, triple step, work through, take, kick, triple step, work through, take, turn and kick, take, 5, 6, 7, not my best run through, but you can look at the one before if you need it. The new challenge that I just accidentally made up for myself: try and follow his triplets or his 16th notes on those corkscrews. It's a fun challenge that I don't have yet. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments now, seeing how we're doing with questions. Cool. In good news, Jen Hodge and Jonathan Doyle both put out new albums this weekend. I have Jonathan Doyle's in the doodly-doo here. I realized I didn't put Jen's in there because I didn't think about it since we're not dancing to our music today. But I will go through after this class and edit the description down there to include the link for Jen Hodge's new album as well. We had a great launch party for that on Zoom last night. A bunch of people turned out. It was really fun. And there is a video that we threw together sort of in, it's quarantine quality, but it's fun. And there are some dancers from this class in there, and a bunch of dancers from Bellingham sent me some video. And I've resurrected some clips from the before times when we had East Side Stomp going on, some of our performance teams dancing in there. So you can check that out on this channel. It's a video I posted last night called The Earthquake Drill. But check out Jen Hodge's music, check out Jonathan Doyle's music. Jonathan's link is down there right now. Jen's will be in about 10 minutes. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and I will see you all at the same bat time, same bat channel next week. Bye, friends.